everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday! I hope things are well with you. I'd like to thank Make Yourself for the 24-month resub. Happy 2 years. Hello! Let's sort ourselves and our clutter out here. I'm regressing in the Hazel Learns from Her Mistakes era to once again multitasking the top of the stream with a time rift because I didn't do a time rift yesterday. I didn't get around to it. I actually did one on Crinkle because I had for a brief minute a delusion that maybe I need to get more item level on some of my Mog farming characters so they can farm higher raids worth of Mogs, despite the fact that I'm missing incredible amounts of Mog from lower raid. But my delusion persisted long enough for me to do a time rift and also a Frank Assault. Which are a little bit tougher now that they're less populated. It's a little bit rougher for an undergeared character. It's not impossible. Maybe I was just on a light shard or something, but it certainly took some doing. Hi, Hazel. Hope you're good. Hello, Hazel and chat. Hello, Saga. Caught a stream start for once. I'm a lurker. Welcome to the beginning of the stream. Love how you adopted Frank. It's much easier than debating how I'm going to try and pronounce. I guess it's just Farok, but that's not as much fun. I can't decide whether or not I want to spend paracausal flakes on mounts or if I want to get the cheaper stuff and hope the mounts just drop. I'm assuming that filling everything out isn't going to increase your chances of getting the other things. So the answer is probably just save up for whichever things that you want to have earlier, but I don't know. Who's to say? It's Friday, sun's shining, birds chirping. I went for one of those runs this morning where the main win was that you went out and tried. Some days you just don't have a whole lot in you, but at least you went outside and found out. We're Titan gizmos. Here we go. Bought all the Transmog, got mounts and pet drops every time I had a guaranteed drop. Oh, clever, clever. The last time I had a guaranteed drop, it gave me a duplicate piece of, it gave me a duplicate piece, not of Transmog, but of the 402 veteran gear. I didn't even need it for the appearance. Okay, this time around, I'm going to remember that they've given me a button, so we can just throw down the thing. That's right. Much better. Meanwhile, I have 2 thunderstorms coming straight at me from opposite ends that likely crash where I live. Oh dear. That sounds exciting, assuming that it's not dangerous. That's the kind of weather where I usually take a quick look at my pantry and I go, how long can I afford to stay home? Although I don't know if that kind of weather keeps people in. I mean, I'm assuming thunder should keep you inside. Lightning strikes are not usually the best time to be wandering about, especially if you're tall. Need some rain. Supposed to rain all weekend, hoping it's true. If I disappear suddenly, power may have gone out. Call upon the aid of Alakir, claim that you are his humble servant. I used to, whenever I would go for walks in really rainy, windy weather, not thunder, mind you, but rainy, windy weather in Oregon, which it was Oregon, it was pretty often. Sometimes I like to pretend that I had brought the rain and the wind. I would stride through the neighborhood walking my dog being like, yes, this is my will. I've chosen this weather and you all have to deal with it. Stable and healthy behavior. Lost power and cable yesterday for 7 hours. Tree fell. Snapped 2 power line poles into my neighbor's yard and the road. Oh dear. Oh, that sounds expensive. I have bald. Are you having fun? Good morning. Good morning. What do you want? I've, after some work, have a better understanding of what a lot of the different objectives of the time rift are, but there are some of them that are still mysteries to me. I feel like this should have some kind of a bar that indicates to me that I am, I mean, I think I'm sure I'm contributing, but usually there's some sort of a channel or a cast or something. I said before finished. You might have gotten the point across. Like thunderstorms, but they make my body go all wonky. Oh. Hubby's been struck by lightning before. Holds a sensible awareness of it all. Holy smokes. Torn on spending money right now. D&D nerd in me needs it. That's always a tough one. I have no help in that. I have no help in that regard. It's a hard decision. A hard decision and a hard decision. Your heart has to make it. I want to Aldros plants. Yeah, there we go. It's gonna get kind of toasty today, but it's usually a later me problem. I've learned better than to try to dress for the weather of the afternoon in the morning. It's one of the nice things about being home most of the day is that I can wear, you know, just like regular clothes or even sweatpants and a sweater until about 11 a.m. no matter what the weather's going to be like. Because I remember as a kid, in the summer, there would be like a hot weather forecast and you would dress up and you would get your shorts and your tank top and whatever. And maybe you would have a, hang on, I'm terrible at this game. You're taller. I think just because I understand that it's like a pick out the thing that doesn't match game, but I get too pedantic, I guess, and I don't know. Oh. I don't know. Sometimes I don't see how two things do match. There we go. I guess it's timelines. It's within the context of the specific time rift timelines. Oh, I meant to click that one. We did it. Go team. Beat his mother. She's been hit more than once. Lightning went straight through her into the breaker box on the wall. That's wild. Has been offered to buy Baldur's Gate for me, but there's still so much to do in Dragonflight. That's kind of how I feel whenever I hear any words about any other games. Is I'm too in the middle of my collecting addiction. There's too many things. I know that I'll never do all of the things that I'd currently like to in WoW. But I am perfectly happy to apparently spend my life trying. I don't feel a strong need to try anything else for the moment. Hello, happy Friday. Gonna treat myself for my birthday with Baldur's Gate, I think. Nice. Open the character creation, was immediately overwhelmed. Closed it for now. Giraffes! Yeah, giraffe shirt today. At least for the morning. It might get too hot for this later on, but I was looking in the shirt drawers and I thought, you know what? We haven't chosen you for a little bit. No current D&D group, need my nerdy fix. I'm getting my nerdy fix from my Lord of the Rings reread right now. I'm taking it real slow. Probably because the beginning is the nicest part. The Shire's great. The long expected party is very charming. And I know things will get tougher and rainier and harder later on with more like, you know, giant spiders and orcs and stuff, but for now it's all super cute. Oh, time rift enemies. I did one of these recently, and we were 7489 of 7500 when the time ran out. Just shy of the purple box. Started the audiobook read by Andy Serkis the other day. It is fantastic. Would you read 1,000 pages just about the Shire? I don't know. I read strange things sometimes. Like the Trading Post Monthly Reward. A bunch of my raid will be out tonight. Time for transmogs and achievements. Haven't had a D&D group that's lasted more than a few sessions for like 8 years. Feel that. Need that nerd fix. Yeah, I feel like I've read 1,000 pages about the Shire in that in the context of my obsessive real estate listing browsings. That's basically that is the real life version of reading 1,000 pages about the Shire, is looking through every house and townhouse and condo and duplex within like a 3-hour drive radius, and then, you know, Google Earth stalking around the neighborhoods and then being like, well, where will the hobbits get their groceries, and are there any trails near the hobbits for them to roam, etc., etc., except that I'm a rather tall hobbit. Sorry I'm late. Twitch didn't send me notification. Oh, it's no trouble. Never played D&D. BG3 looks up my alley. Trying it. Nice. I would absolutely read 1,000 pages about the Shire. Cute is for everyone? Did you do the short Ogvoker quest line for the pet? Didn't know about it until yesterday. Didn't take very long. Got points for the trading post for doing it. Oh, cool. I did not do it. Do you remember the name of the pet? I'm also behind on the other pet that is not exclusive to evokers but related to them. I never did do the Nezuro thing. I've gotten a bit behind on my pet collecting. It's been supplanted a little bit by the Mog, which is a bit sad, but you'd think that pet collecting would, that I would be more focused on that because it's more reasonable and realistic to actually get caught up on, but no. Been to Hobbiton in New Zealand? Hobbit homes are all different sizes to play with forced perspective. Oh. Do you research neighborhood cats near the houses you look at? Those just have to be a pleasant surprise. Although I imagine that if I one day start bringing a canine with me on outings, that I may have fewer opportunities to socialize with the local felines because there may be a little bit of a culture clash there. Well, I got a paracausal fragment, which I don't want to call a letdown, but it's not something I'm planning on using. The main things I look for in neighborhoods are, does it look walkable? Like, are there sidewalks, or is this a you walk along the shoulder of the highway kind of situation? How close are main amenities that you go to all the time, like grocery and drugstore and stuff? And what are the nearby parks looking like? And then also I'll just kind of street view around to see what the vibe of the neighborhood feels like. Is it a lot of construction? Are there a lot of places that are kind of dilapidated? Is everything pretty well upkept? Is it a lot of, you know, I just kind of take a little look around. So, oh yeah, I was going to open the 2 bags. I didn't get any items drop. We've got 2,600 flakes. Maybe I'll just start buying Transmog. I don't know. I bought the things that I really wanted early. I bought the Briarthorn Hatchling. I bought the Gold-Toed Albatross. I have the Titanic Hourglass. And then a few of these things have dropped for me already, that are already known. Actually, the only thing I need left from the Olderoth vendor is this Peacekeeper Axe. But there are more vendors. They always trip me up because they're not, like, standing in a straight row. I expect them to be side by side in a line, and they're not side by side in a line. What have I been doing with my life if I haven't purchased this dagger yet? We're gonna take that. And then I think I also... There's another one. We like that, but I went and farmed a lookalike. That one's alright. That one's fine. I still don't have the Pauldrons of the Fire Lord. Maybe I should do that. Those will be good for somebody. I mean, I want to get it all eventually. What else? What else am I... Oh, that's really big. I think I want these things because I think I love them. Serrated Parasite. And... should we do the staff? Nah, we'll do the sword. I like that sword. I don't care if I already have a color of it. I want another color of it. Cool. I think I have some fragments that I can send other characters as well. You know what I just started doing for Mog yesterday? Is I was on one of my alts who was wearing a good chunk of the 385 Primalist gear, and I remembered like a twinkle in the back of my brain of somebody telling me that that stuff was catalyzable into Season 1 gear, and like didn't require any charges or anything like that. So I went over and it found out that it's true. So I have most of, not all of, but most of the Warrior Vault of the Incarnate set now. And now I'm kind of wondering, I don't know how many pieces I have left. I don't know where they are. I like used a bunch of them. I probably vendored a bunch of them. I don't really want to item restore anything. I don't like doing that. It's a mess of an interface and there's only so many things you can restore. So I like to save it for a real emergency. Like, oh dear, it's raid night and I've lost my weapon. I have not unlocked Old Scalamots and Nats. ATT Random has me going after Bracers and Violet Hold. Oh, I wouldn't judge you for rerolling that one if you wanted to. Violet Hold is cruel. Primalist gear from the Forbidden Reach can be catalyzed. Here, I'll show you. Let's find a character that's wearing some and take a look at it. I bet you Honeyplum has some on. Also, the other thing I wanted to know is it a Karok today? I know yesterday was a Karok today because I was looking in the group finder for a Frank Assault group. It looks like it should be. Yeah, Viridian King's up, so there should be Karokta groups. Pre-main? Karokta. No. I want to do Karokta. I want to get the mount because I'm so I'm so all over the place. I would prefer to transmog farm, but I know that if I procrastinate too long in Karokta, it's going to get harder and more annoying to do because there won't be group finder groups listed for it. And she's already right here. But this character, she has 3 pieces of 385 set gear that she could turn into tier. I must be missing any additional ones. There's also a weapon. Yeah, I think you can still farm the Primalist gear. You would just want to keep a lookout for a Forbidden Reach rare farming group to get into a node that has the spawns up. And then, of course, like, down the line, it's not like this is carrot time. The Vault of the Incarnate's catalyzing tier trick is not time sensitive because in the future, it won't be very tough to just do Forbidden Reach rares. Hi, sweetheart. And get those Primalist tokens. I think you can also buy them for Elemental Overflow as well. Main with weapons, rune, flask, food buff. The whole shebang should be able to solo most of the rares in the Forbidden Reach, I think. Upgrade those pieces, get the heroic version. Yeah, that takes like flight stones and crests and stuff though, which a lot of my alts are not going to have. Right now I'm just kind of looking for easy free wins. I believe this is still the first Karokta spawn of the week. I don't know for sure, I guess. Maybe it's rotated back in because it is Friday. It certainly seems like there's fewer people listing groups. When I was yesterday, yep, there's one. Yesterday, it felt like there was a lot of Karokta groups and no Frank Assault groups. Okay. Oh, what's up? I can heal this generous tank. Karokta, if you could just give me the mount, then I don't have to have the existential debate of whether or not I should be out here or not. Might as well farm both simultaneously. Oh, the Elemental Overflow. One way, and it's a bit annoying, but one way to find out if you're locked out to Karokta is if you can get yourself in front of one, like if you can join a spawn group, and it does not have the silver dragon on it, that means that you already killed it for the week, or for that particular reset. If it has the silver dragon, I believe it should have a chance to give loot. Any luck? Nope, 14 flight stones. But thank you very much. Okay, so we're gonna go Valdrakken. And then fly to the Catalyst and then go convert a couple of pieces, just a handful. Once per day per tune? It's not though, I don't believe. I believe it's related to the rare rotation in Zerlike Caverns. Nice to find random tanks out while questing doing rares. Particularly friendly bears. So we're going here. Yeah, most of the, like, in Shadowlands, that was absolutely true. All the rules are really inconsistent. In Shadowlands, the mount droppers were all once per day per character. We're going up the hill. I think I've accepted the fact that weird WoW rules like that, I will never fully know all of them. And that's okay. I won't judge anybody else for not fully knowing all of them either because they're unreasonable to learn. I don't think anyone expects to know how it all works. That's why we crowdsource. Hi, kitty cat. Meow. How you doing? You doing good? I got her elevated bulls so that because supposedly they're better for the posture and joints of cats, particularly cats that are getting older. And also it can help reduce cats that get like reflux or have a tendency to throw up after eating because they're in a better position. She doesn't throw up unless her food is stale, but I got her elevated bowls and my sweet darling girl figured them out pretty quick, which is good because she can't see, so I wasn't sure, but she figured them out. And she'll stick her face in the bowl and she'll pick up her food and she'll move it out of the bowl and put it on the ground and then eat it. And I should have seen that coming because that's kind of how she's done it before. She would take it out of the bowl and then eat it over the floor. But it's funny to me that she will still do that even when she has a bowl that is supplying the food at like a comfortable neck height. Nope, absolutely not. Okay, so this gear the 385 Primal Infuse, the Primalist gear that you can learn from tokens from the Forbidden Reach. You can also buy it for Elemental Overflow from a vendor. Can be with no charges. You can do this as many times as you want. You can freely transform it into, and it takes a little countdown, into tier. Season 1 tier. That didn't teach me the appearance, and I'm shocked by that. Do I know that appearance? Why would I have Shaman tier? That doesn't make any sense. The belt I have not collected the appearance. But if you have any of this stuff and you're a mod collecting, and you didn't get like the full Vault of the Incarnate set, which I certainly didn't, especially not in all these alts, not a bad idea. I foresee a massive farm in my future. Are you gold farming these days? Not really. A little bit, but more so just alchemy than anything else. I'm in the neighborhood of 5.8 million gold. And I'm not really saving it for anything in particular, so I guess I just felt like that was enough. That would do, you know? She is over this bowl. It's her way of appeasing whatever gods she believes in. And it has something to do with how she manages to chew food with, like, 2 teeth. She has, like, a funny little head-mouth motion that she does to eat, and I think maybe she's just very used to doing that over the ground. Alrighty. Let's do Caractas. Let's just make a plan. Let's just write it down. I said Blackwing Lair farming though. Do I change my stream title? What if we do Blackwing Lair on Anthus and then he just gets the two-handed mace and then we have lots of time for Caracta. She only has 2. You have more than 2 teeth, but you do not have a full mouth of teeth by any stretch of the imagination. When I brush her teeth, I do, upper back left, upper back right, lower back right, and then I give her 2 little front canines, a little scrub. Because she's got a couple of little chompers in the front, but she's missing most of her teeth now. We know where they went. The vet took them out. They weren't good anymore. They're not missing. They're just no longer there. Anthus, do you want to go do Blackwing Lair? Hi, Miss Q. Hello. She's much, much happier and has been much happier cat and comfier since she had them out, though. After she recovered from that surgery, she has been just like her old self again, huh? Hi. Why does the whelp taker send me in one quest at a time? There's a lot of running around I found with it. Poor Anthus and his 363. Oh, speaking of characters that could go get some Transmog, he's wearing his fair share of Primalist gear. Maybe I'll go convert that just real quick while I'm thinking about it. It's so close to 6 million though. Yeah. I mean, I'm still doing it occasionally, but instead of, like, before, I might, like, comb through my list and find 5 or 6 different things to craft and then craft specially calculated amount, well, not specially calculated, but specially eyeballed amounts of the different things depending on demand. I'm going the wrong way. I want to go off the top of this hill. That's what they call this thing, a hill, right? Nowadays, I'm just like, well, is Tepid Versa profitable? Sure. Wing out 4,000 of those. Holocron Coder, thank you very much for the 11-month resub. Almost to a year. Buy 398 level gear from the vendor and loan for flight stones. I've never had flight stones. I don't have flight stones. I've never had flight stones. I will never have flight stones. My alts are the most flight stone broke people you're ever going to meet in your life. Thanks for the season gear reminder. Just need the cloak for my Vault normal set now on my rogue. Nice. The stuff you buy in Veldrecken, I believe, should also work. It's the same kind of category of gear, just a different item level. How much profit does it need for you to make them? It depends on how well I think I can move them and what kind of mood I'm in. So it varies. I don't usually make anything for less than 5 gold per craft, though. Usually that's like my bottom minimum, and I'll only kind of do 5 if I'm making something in incredible bulk with absolute confidence that I can move that incredible bulk pretty much immediately. But that's a personal judgment call. That's a individual kind of thing. All right. Transform. Give appearance. The one thing about this is that you do have to wait through quite a few countdowns, so. Oh, my main doesn't have flight stones either. Actually, that's not true. That thing does require 1000 Mythic Plus rating, which I do have in my main, but that gear is reserved for my Resto Druid. That is, that's the Mythic Plus box. More like Flight Stone, am I right? Yeah, I spent all my main's Flight Stones on that, although she might have more now, actually. Because, because I've been raiding. Because I've been doing raid clears, at least. I guess your Flight Stones flew away. I think I only have 2 giraffe shirts. I think that's the amount that I have. I think I have this one and then I have the other one. I was trying to think to make sure I don't have more giraffe shirts than fish shirts, otherwise I'm gonna need to go get more fish shirts. And this looks nice. I like that he's still got his, skies out, thighs out. It's not a full set, but it's appearances that I did not have before. So he was gonna do Blackwing Lair. And then I had some notions about also having a look-see at Karakta, but we'll do Blackwing Lair first. Just got Reigns of the Blazing Drake from Deathwing. Nice! Congrats on that. Any Deathwing mount is like quadruple exciting to get because it's hopefully one step closer to not having to farm Deathwing anymore. Oh man, I'm gonna have to start doing Dragon Soul for Mog eventually. I'm putting that off for sure. I'll do it eventually, but not anytime soon. Dragon Soul just horrendous to farm. My kryptonite in there was not the massive amounts of RP and not rolling off the dragon's back. It was forgetting to talk to Thrall to get to the next part after waiting out the massive amounts of RP. They would start RPing, I would like tab out or make some toast or go back to bed or whatever. And then I would completely forget that I had to talk to him again to like get to the next part. And I would just wait for ages. And I never really got very good at that. But you know, it's never too late to teach a person tricks. Do you remember the way? I remember that it's past Molten Core. It was just the Molten Core entrance that was throwing me off. I, for some reason, thought that this hallway ended at the Molten Core entrance, and it didn't occur to me that I could go past it. And now that I've recalled that, we're golden. I was going to say Gucci, but am I the person who says Gucci? I don't think I'm the person that says Gucci. I don't think I can get away with that. I think people will look at that and go, no. No thank you. Take that back at once. I bet he has so much Transmog he could get in here. Not in Blackrock Mountain, but in Blackwing Lair. Our girl does say Gucci when she wants to. Hey yo, what's up? I can't do it. Alrighty, so the thing I'm specifically here for is one of the zone drops. I want the Draconic Maul. This weapon, which is awesome, is one of the things that was, this weapon is one of the things that was, whatchamacallit? All the things random told me to go get, so I'm going to get it. But I also apparently need all manner of other stuff from the rest of this raid, so I'm going to have at it. It was this button. Is your shirt today? Cute. It's from the zoo gift shop. This is a fun little raid to do. Maybe today I'll show some character growth and try at least to get that trash to kick me across the things. Because Anthus, oh, he has freedom actually. He has a 25, well, it's 25-second cooldown, but he has Paladin freedom, so that'll help him out a little bit. Oh, Havoom, I'm so sorry about your Streamlabs timeout. That I can see what gotcha. You're totally fine. It's just it thinks it's a link. It's not a link. Start an expansion, work at it, go blind everywhere. I wanted to get into collecting as well. All are valid strategies. It kind of depends on what feels fun for you. Are you the kind of person that wants to pick one instance and then grind it until you have everything from it? Or do you just want to like get your overall numbers up as quickly as possible? The thing that's been providing structure to my Mog farming madness has been using the all the things random feature to give me like a goal, basically. To give me a thing to work towards. So that's what's put me into Blackwing Lair farming this two-handed mace, is that's what all the things random spit out for me. After it was done telling me to go get an Agi dagger from Heroic Sarkareth. yeah, bubble also grants immunity to movement effects. That's true. What do you... Veilstraws has a judgment belt. I apparently have none of the judgment armor from this raid. That doesn't surprise me. I haven't done an awful lot of anything on a paladin. Anthus is a new breed, one of a kind. Hazel's paladin. Wonder if the spikes would just break off after one use. Oh, on the mace. Maybe the dragon magic makes them indestructible. Hi. How you doing? Hello. I woke up with her on the bed this morning, which was unusual. It must have been cold. I did leave the window open. Hi. No need for the judgment set when you have Blood Knight. Going for Gold Cap? I didn't really plan on it. I wouldn't say no. It mildly intrigues me. Edgedaggers are the worst because they're only on the rogue loot tables. Time for Hazel to figure out rogue. Man, I haven't even pugged Heroic Sarkareth on like my Shadow Priest, who's 437 now. Like I've been playing that character, and I haven't even gotten as far as Heroic Sarkareth on that one. And I don't have the first idea what rogues do. I have a rogue. You know, Ripsy could have an arc. All right, I think I'm just gonna kill the trash. This is the trash that can give me the mace anyway, which I'm excited about the possibility of it dropping for me. Well, maybe just for practice. I don't know, because I'm gonna come in here a few other times. Other characters that could get the mace, I'm assuming I did my warrior already. Druids, I think all of the druids would probably be eligible, as well as my evoker. She can use two-handed maces. Oh, I see. That's the knockback. When did these things tether? Probably. Oh no, this is the pack that people wanted you to use anyway. As long as they do come with me, because I do need to kill those eventually. So yeah, I can freedom for 6 seconds. Maybe I should have saved that for later. Rogues are fun. Thematically awesome. Sub-rogues really fun. Oh dear. Let's bubble around the corner. Oh wow, he's actually taken damage. That I did not have on my bingo card. Kick me. You can do it. Wow, I really bonked my head a lot. I guess maybe people like set themselves up in the middle. Fall damage. Oh, okay. 58. Yeah, they're mostly missing. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. I should do that. Alright, did I get any luck there? No? That should be at least the end of the suppression section. Any luck here? No. Alright. The Death Talon Hatcher does not appear to be one of the ones that I'm looking for. You can use horse? Oh, while under freedom. Gotcha. How come your horde, not alliance, have a paladin in both factions? I don't have a paladin in both factions. Is there like a specific reason I need one? Is there something that I haven't thought of? I needed Blood Elf Heritage Armor and Blood Knight Armor, and I've gotten neither of them. I've done none of it. Maybe I should do that today. Queen of getting distracted. Warrior, Pally, Shaman, Priest, Monk, Rogues can all use the mace. Can Rogues learn? It's a two-handed mace, but I don't know if one-handers and two-handers are discriminated against in terms of like equipping and transmogging rules. Panic Pony, Blessing of Freedom in that section. What do you think the new X-Pack will be about? Will you be attending BlizzCon? I don't have any plans to attend BlizzCon in person. I am excited to watch it from home. I have no idea what the new X-Pack is going to be about. I'm usually team whatever the most popular rumors are because other people are better detectives than me. Yeah, it's a two-handed mace. Druids for sure can equip two-handed maces because that's usually the heirloom that I use on them. Dragonflight hasn't even been out for a year. What is time? They've been... Oh, I got BOE legs. I know them already. Direwing legs. I wonder if they're valuable. Sometimes I get a BOE and I get all excited about it, and then I look it up and the auction house is like 80 gold. And I'm like, but that's what I was going to post it for. I did manage to sell some of these Elementium ingots, which is kind of nice. Oh, Firemaw, I'm so sorry. I forgot. Come back. Fingers crossed for 100% Murloc expect. Hey, I got Judgment Gauntlets. I needed those. Nice. So these guys can drop Doom's Edge, which is not the mace that I need. I don't think there's very much trash that can drop the mace that I need. But that's okay. I need actually quite a few different BOEs from here. Two dragons have some of the most underwhelming boss models in the game. You know, I don't know about underwhelming, but one that kind of jump scared me recently is I was doing Emerald Nightmare Elefar, and I was doing Xavius, and I remembered Xavius in his like normal kind of what do you call those, satyr forms, and I thought he looked really cool. And I was fighting this boss and I look at his model and I guess I had just kind of, like, don't get me wrong, I rated Emerald Nightmare, but I guess I just sort of blacked out for that boss and didn't actually look at him. I was panicking too much about the mechanics or something, because he is a funny boy. He is a big, goofy, squishy looking dude when in his fully Emerald Nightmared out version at the very end. He's not all that intimidating. Oh, I got a Draconic Avenger. I needed that. That was a zone drop. These are all BOPs, so they have to drop on a character that can learn them. But Draconic Avenger, yeah, that's cool. Those are so good. That's a sick axe. I should have been farming this raid earlier. I could have used some of these things for Dragonflight. Zone drops in here are nice. All these farms you remind me I have to do. Hello, Chromagus. Speaking of, I don't think I actually sold the... I don't think I posted the Chrominias. I think I just left the whistle in my bags and forgot. Oh, there's another one. Oh no, I learned the whistle and then I forgot. I'll have to cage a few of them. I did not need any of those pieces of Mog. There's 3 things you could have dropped and you chose to drop none of them. Nefarian could do me a solid though. This is a nice, easy raid run. This used to be awful back when Razor Gore was a lot harder to do. Not impossible, but Razor Gore used to be just annoying and slow. And now it's annoying and not that slow. You still have to break the eggs, but you can pretty much one-shot them. It's just an instant cast. So this really isn't so bad. When do you think 1017 is? Gonna guess August 29th. Lighter quarter 2023. It looks sick with the Warrior Mage Tower set. I mean, 1017... I'm trying to remember what it has in it. I know it has the heroic Dawn of the Infinites. Seems too soon. It's not like a... Oh, does it have the dream things, or is that the... That's 10 point. That's a new season. Night Elf and Undead Armor. Yeah. It seems like it might be a small enough patch for them to get away with just kind of chucking it out whenever it's ready. It doesn't seem like it would be as intensive as 10.2 is going to be. I don't know, though. Night Elf and Undead Armor. That'll be kind of cool. I don't think I get to talk about Heritage Armor when I have leveled a Blood Elf and I have yet to actually do his questline. I should really do that. The poor guy. I'm torn today. I want to farm Karakta, I want to farm this mace, and I also want to go get his Heritage Armor. You got any Transmog for me, Nefarian? Anything good? Nope. Absolutely not. Okie dokie. Shall we go back to... What is it going to be? Orgrimmar? Valdrakken. That'll work. Real-time chat moderation is coming. Much excite. Real-time chat moderation. In WoW? 24-hour stream. Do it all. Alright. Am I rich yet? Did farming all of these things make me wealthy? Hang on. Chest guard of Armor of the Amaranthian Path. BOE. Where on earth did I get this? Oh, Hour of Twilight. I thoroughly... Oh, yeah, I was farming Hour of Twilight. That's right. All right, no one's going to want the ring. We can learn those bracers. We can get this stuff out of here. I'm pretty sure all of this can go. I have a terrible habit of learning pets and like posting transmog on just whatever character learned it or had it drop for them. And then I like log into WoW and I look at my login screen and I have 7 different characters that all have mail. I don't want to check 7. Like if I was just a little more organized and I would just mail myself this stuff before I post it. Or, you know, learn the pets on... Yeah, it's not worth it. On the character that's actually gonna check their mail. You don't even have to mail the pets. Yeah, exactly. That's how much the worst I am. Figure that sentence out. There we go. One of those, some of those, and then BOE. Yeah, there you go. Okay. How long could the Blood Elf Heritage quest line really be anyway? How long could that possibly take me? I'd have to go to Orgrimmar regardless. I have a bank alt, but I don't really log into it anymore. It's mostly just a staging ground for me to stash all of my BOA alt-friendly gear. 5 minutes, not long. 20 to 30. 5 minutes, Kappa. 5 minutes. Oh, I'm hoard. Here, let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out how long it takes. Average streamer. Well, Hazel. Whether I'm above or below average is a thread that we should not pull at. Let's find out. Where's the clock? There's the clock. Here's the stopwatch. All right, ready, set, go. This will include any amount of getting distracted that we choose to do, including turning in the head of Nefarian so that I don't have to do that anymore. Couple of 5 task scenarios. All right. But once I've done it once, I'll have it. That's the trick. That's the key. Where is Tyreek and Orgrimmar? I wonder if he's phased. Because I bet you anything, well, I don't know. Maybe he's just inside the thing. Lots of RP, but I think there's skip options. The initial speed leveling contest. That was stuff that I've done before a lot, though. This is something I've never done before. Hello. Would you like to take this? Thank you. I should make sure I have, Leatrix on, because that's going to help. Leatrix Plus. Send it to my else and forget. Gift from my past self. It works good if you log in within the week. If you let them time out, though, they start bouncing back. It gets a bit embarrassing. I'm not going to fix this transmog until I'm done with this. Speak with Larthamar. Not there. Oh, Silvermoon City. Take the portal from the den to Silvermoon City. Gotcha. I guess that makes sense. Your stopwatch went away again. It did, didn't it? You know what? Here, let's just do it here. Let's do it completely out of the game. Stopwatch. No, that's a timer. There's the stopwatch. Go. Silvermoon is over here. I'm imagining I don't need item level. I'm at level 363. That should be fine. So we can't see. Rigged. Alright. Meet him down there. Oh man. Okay, that's kind of far. Are you hyped for free t-shirt day? I think I have all the free t-shirts. I think I got them all, unless they're going to add more. Mog Seller's mailbox is a pain every 2 days. Yeah, I've lived that life, and it's tolerable with TSM. And one of the nice things about using a bank alt is that you could keep TSM on just the character that's mainly using it, and you can disable it on the characters that live separate, independent lives and don't need to have it running all the time. Run to the Flight Master, fly to the village in the Ghostlands. That's going to be faster than running. You cannot fly here. Yeah, one of the last places that you can't do it. It's kind of charming. Presumably. Okay. Because, like, Blanche is pretty fast, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna get way too distracted if I try and... Although... Yeah, I'm gonna get way too distracted if I try and run there. I'm gonna be like, hey, if I do a quest over here, there's a piece of transmog I don't have. I'm not gonna let myself look at all the things until... Oh, hang on. You need to use your scouting maps. Here, let's just use them all. Can't believe Anthus never did this. Achievement spam! Peace bloom, squirrel! Alright, now. Much better. Wonder what the ghost lens would look like before it was taken by the Scourge. I'm assuming, just like this. Am I in a guild? I'm not in a guild. What mod can I get here? Probably stuff. Oh man, wait, quality stuff. What if I just make baby blood elves? I mean, I could also go back and do these quests on a max level character. There's no trouble in that. Green plate gauntlets. The Sunstrider shield. Come on. Listen, those are some 7 beautiful pixels. Do that later. Write it in a note, maybe. I think I have so many things that I'm gonna do later that I'm okay with tossing a couple of them into the abyss. I rest easy knowing that all the things will never forget all of the stuff that I am missing. So we'll be all right. If I ever want to know, I can always come back and check. A lot of really nice Mog of the Belf starter zone. Yeah. I did Draenei starter zone for male when I leveled Aerith. Light the first flame. All the way down there. Okay. Chat will never forget either. Do you want to try the note add-on again? Can you fly here? Mm-mm. You can fly once you get out of here. But this zone... Even I'm pretty sure the place that you go to get into Kelphalos, the place that you go to get into Sunwell, which, speaking of places that have gorgeous mogs that I don't have, I do not have a lot of Sunwell mog, and they are beautiful. But yeah, I can't fly here. Can't do it in the Azure Mist or Blood Mist Island in Draenei starting zone yet either. I say yet like they're gonna turn it on. They might one day. It's one of those things that enough people have wanted for long enough that if they did sort it out, people would be like, hey, neat. And they would come back here for 11 seconds. You know, they'd probably put in some quest to get like a pet or a transmog or something out here. And then it would be, you know, happily ever after. Yeah, Draenei and Belfs were both added in TBC, which was a time in which you could not fly in the old world. That wasn't until Cataclysm. And I remember that was like mind-blowing when they were going to let us fly in like vanilla zones. That was huge news. Regent Lord of Kelphalos is kind of a lot of words. Do you think he ever wants to be just like, okay, guys, just call me King? Can I just be King Lorthamar? You can call me Larry. King Larry. I didn't know he lost an eye. Elves like their titles. Sentinel's low drop rate BOP recipes, but it's pretty... Oh, it is pretty horrible. For a moment, my brain edited in a button. I thought there was going to be a qualifying silver lining. Nope. Low drop rate, BOP recipes. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. Vendor flipping. Do you recommend? Hilarious. I did that in Classic as well for a few minutes. Why am I clearing this room? Why am I concerned about these mobs? Yeah, it's one of those lanterns that we were looking at yesterday from Arcatraz. I have not done Secrets in Axe yet, no. I'm doing Blood Elf Heritage. I also need Blood Knight armor. And I don't know how to get it, but I have a feeling that it has something to do with getting Blood Elf Heritage first. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe it's a separate quest line I could have started separately, but I want both of them. Have you seen the thing where Lorthamar flips a bench and mists? I have not. Be a pally exalted with Silverman? Am I exalted with Silverman? Yep, I'm exalted with Silverman. We'll do this first and then I'll poke around a little bit. That always goes well. Oribus. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I've been impaled. This is the Blood Elf Heritage Armor questline. It's funny to me that you can wear the shirt of a city, paraded around some dungeons, get rep. Aggressive fan outreach work. It's like when people pay you to put a big logo sticker on your car. Okay. I suppose we can just beeline here. For a moment I was going to stick to the road. Flashbacks to the loading screen tip that says it's safer. You know, there's wandering monsters out there. You'll be safer if you stick to the road. And then it occurred to me that I'm a grown-up. Blood Elf Pally named Lana Del Red. Howdy squad. Howdy Super Chief. How are you doing? Leveled it back in BC. Got the Blood Knight Tabard. Nice. I don't think I'm getting up anytime soon. My cat's too comfy. It's bad luck. I love it when she does like a really big, like exasperated sigh when she's getting comfy. Or she's getting impatient. All right, how are you? I'm doing all right, thank you. Here we go. I'm waiting for the scenarios. I was told there were 5-step scenarios, and I have yet to run into any of those. These are definitely scaled up mobs, though. I'm still in prot spec, so I'm not doing the most damage. Or are you? Look at him and his heirloom shield and his Vault of the Incarnates. He actually has 2-piece vault tier now because of catalyzing that stuff for the transmog of it. So his Avenger shield grants him and his closest ally of the light increasing versatility by 6% for 8 seconds. I had to read that like 3 times to make sure that it said the word ally twice in a row. Is the prot spec the reason that your nameplates aren't the plater looking ones? No, I think I just have plater turned off. I think that my add-ons are just inconsistently enabled. I had to turn plater back on for whatchamacallit. Yeah, no, it's just off. You're right, though. We do need them. Plater's much better. Whoa. Okay. Light the second flame. Needs more editors in their text. I mean, I think that was correct. The name of the buff is Ally of the Light, and it is given to an ally. There may be a different way to say it, but I don't think it's a typo. I think it's just a funny sentence. Oh, I didn't quite light it. There we go. Why do you have add-ons enabled on a per character basis? I don't know. I haven't written that part of my manifesto yet. Tranquillian. Heading back over. Have a good stream. All the best loot drops, I hope. Thank you. Are you just throwing everyone you're killing into the maw at the moment? Oh, ow. I do not know. This was, Blood Elf Heritage was not crazy long ago, though. This was, I believe, I have no idea. I don't know. I procrastinated, but I don't think I procrastinated for like years and years and years. Shed light at Sylvanas' fall. All the way back up there. Okay. So many typos and awkward phrasing. Yeah, no, the dungeon journals are rife with it, and quests get them quite a few times too. I think they just produce a lot of text very quickly, and they just don't get around to fixing everything. They must have decided the hit to their bottom line of having a couple typos isn't worth the amount it would cost to pay a couple extra copy editors. Well, I don't know how many extra people it would take. It has gotten worse though. It used to be kind of like notable when you would find a typo and it would just be like a random word in a mount journal description, and now it's like the name of the rare in the mount journal description. The great Karakta versus Kairakta debate. Do you think there's any particularly good dungeon gear sets worth getting from Mog? I love BFA dungeon gear. There's a couple sets, the sets that look like Zandalar themed, I think are beautiful, and I Mog them quite often. I Mog the cloth one onto my clothies, even on non-troll characters. BFA dungeon gear is a little bit annoying to farm, but there are lots of lookalike appearances, so you can do lots of the different dungeons to try to get the pieces. I just want my chiropractor mount. Wonder if anyone's ever said and been serious that they're unsubbing because of typos. I mean, people unsub because of the darndest things. I think sometimes people just want to unsub, but they feel like they really want to wait for a reason, you know, to make it mean something, and then they'll pick something out. But I think typos happen to the best of us. They have nice music out here. I wonder how we're doing. We are 15 minutes into this quest line. 15 minutes and 15 seconds. It's very soothing. It sounds like a cello. Notably not in a scenario yet. It's possible that... I mean, it's possible the scenarios are coming, but it's also possible that the scenarios are a different quest line or a different transmog unlock. Or that the word is being used interchangeably here. Last night, Guilty overlap pulls from Rashlock on heroic and back-to-back attempts. Silence in Discord was deafening. Feel so bad, sweet person. Oh, that's brutal. It's the worst when you know what you did, too, and it's just a total accident. And once you can kind of shake off, and then twice, which can still be a total accident, and you know what you did. I've been there. It's awful. I usually have to do some palate cleansing dungeons or something later to remind myself that I I can do it. Haven't seen a ballista in forever. The ballista quest that I did the most was defending Ashenvale for Night Elves. I used to quest through Ashenvale all the time, and they get a quest where they get in a ballista and they shoot bats out of the sky. Leveling a Tauren Druid shows the OG starter zone. Music in Mulgore is gorgeous too. Got the Sark mount to my last LFR tune of the week. Congrats, Islwind! Oh, that's some dedication. That's some commitment. It's a beautiful mount. I don't remember that Golden Lotus daily. I did grind that rep, but I must not have done it as many times as I leveled through Ashenvale. 385 DK, did 30k DPS, but it died. Hey, it's LFR. If you're allowed in, that's the hardest part. Oh, Kel'Danas, not Kel'Thalas. Pardon me. Alt class recommend? Yeah, I agree with Saga. Something that's a bit different from what you typically play. And if you don't have one, make a priest. It's priest season. Isle of Conquest, winning relies on getting the glaive throwers. Isle of Conquest. I haven't seen that one in a long time. Past the halfway mark of my anima farm. 379k down. Holy smokes. How can I find out more about heritage armor? Wowhead might have some write-ups on it. Let me poke around and take a look. It is a cosmetic set of armor that is specific to a given race that you can unlock on that race once you've leveled a character of that race up a certain amount. Heritage armor. It's usually themed to that race. Not all races have them yet, but quite a few of them do. Here, I'll pop a relevant page there. The process of getting them is a little bit different for allied races versus standard races, but honestly, I couldn't even really tell you how. Yeah, it's a good point. It doesn't have an armor type, so you can wear it on... As long as you are the correct race, you can wear it on any class. The urge to pet the cat when you're bored in a flight path. Let the cat sleep. Let the cat sleep. Totally sane. Not going crazy. Not at all. Where's the cloth version of the heritage armor a lot? I can't wait. I've forgotten what the Belf heritage looks like, and I'm inclined to not check until I've actually unlocked it on this guy. And I'm curious if it's going to talk me out of wearing my fire plume regalia. Out of his summer outfit, you know? Won't spoil it for you. I betcha it's... I've definitely seen it before. I've just forgotten. My memory's a colander. Good news for you in that regard. I don't expect it will. It might not be fabulous enough for Anthus. I might be able to mix and match. I might be able to take some pieces of it. I do love this mog. I really do. Alright. Oh, Final Flame. Sounds like we're getting somewhere. Oh, see you later, kitty cat. Disclaimer, I don't know what it looks like either. Well, we might be about to find out. Lady Leandrin. Okay. Anything I need up here? Oh, Blood Elf Heritage. I won't preview them. I won't do it. Shattered Sun Quartermaster. Oh, that's the rep I'll get for doing the raid. And then, of course, Paladin tier. If I remember correctly, you still have a long way to go. But I've been going for 21 minutes, and I don't even feel like I've gotten lost yet. 21 minutes and 12 seconds is my current stopwatch progress. I have some concerns that I've gone a bad way. No, we're okay. You could do a quick Sunwheel run while you're here. Just have a little poke through, a little look-see. What's gonna drop? Something, probably. It's not a race. I was just curious at how long this would take. And I figured the best way to find out was to do it and then time it. This animal's only like 6 bosses. Is it still finicky? I recall running Sunwell and needing to do some specific things in order to not bug out the bosses. I don't remember which things, but I remember that it was entirely possible to break them. What are you attempting? I'm doing Blood Elf Heritage Armor questline currently. Did it okay semi-recently? Farmed the trash before the first boss 10 times to try to get a recipe. Oh. Are you alright? Is it gonna be okay? Never bugged them out to my knowledge? Something about a door not opening. I feel like I used to break it in a way that would not let me pass through a door to access the rest of the raid. Don't remember them ever being broken. Maybe it's just me. Methodically kill all the trash because they're all full of recipes. Over 400 runs in the trash before the first boss trying to get a leatherworking pattern. Holy moly. Okay. Oh, and you want me to go all the way back up there? Okay, okay. Fine. At least he's getting some bonding time with Sinrunner Blanchy. What if I... I was gonna have a look and see if I could see the quest requirements. I think Ujai might be trying to prank me by telling me that there's a lot more. I think I'm almost done. I think you're pulling my leg. How can anyone's bags be so empty? It's an alt. I don't really play this thing. I can delete these ones. It's my favorite characters to farm on are alts that I don't really do anything on aside from farming because I can safely just trash their inventory. I can decimate it and hold basically nothing, and it makes it really easy to clear your bags out again after an instance run because you don't have to like try not to vendor your trinkets. I am always trying to prank you. It's getting Blanchy time gated. I want to say yes, but I don't remember why. I have a video about how to get Blanchy, but I've forgotten everything that's in it. Complete. Okay, so now there's a scenario. Complete the Fall of Sunwell scenario. I would love to. Oh, okay. All right. I'll ride over there. Handing stuff over one day at a time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds right. It wasn't too bad, though. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Sunwell. Scenario's the last part. That seems like it should be true. It might take a while though. I don't really do any appreciable amount of damage. Keep forgetting to do the Winter Saber Cup daily. Gonna crank through the Blood Knight stuff too while you're at it. I'd like to take a look at it. Is that also just like a 5-minute project? Have I unlocked the Void Elf scenario? I have Void Elf heritage armor. If you mean something different, then I do not know. I don't have a Void Elf currently anymore. The character that got the heritage has been laid to rest. Respectfully, in remembrance. Oh, we're almost done this part. Good, good, good. Poor Anthus needs a real shield. I may at some point just do a little bit of basic alt gearing on some of these characters. Just to give him a little bit more juice for farming. You know, he could have 40 item levels with not a whole lot of effort. And that may come in handy. Not even for BFA, but even just like Legion. Even up to Legion content, it is sometimes nice to have a little bit of extra damage. I've been doing Legion LFRs, and I did some on Petal Bloom, the like 360 item level druid, and she has to try quite a bit harder than my evoker to make things die. She has to really put her back into it. Slightly longer than this question, but not by much. This one's already, I'm almost half an hour in, and I've been doing it. I think my biggest problem is that I am mostly just trying to get through it ASAP to get the thing. If I was invested in the process and I was enjoying the story and the RP, I think the time would pass a lot faster. Using those 5 free sparks for some basic gear. Yeah, the sparks might be free, but the gear isn't. I am ludicrously cheap for a for somebody with 5 million gold. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go, actually. This way? Where is Prince Kael'thas? I'm escorting him. There he is. How does he look? Oh, it's hard to say. He's running. Looks a little old-fashioned. Since you already exalted with Silverman, shaved off a good chunk of time there. Okay. I would like to get this done, just to have it. You know, it's collecting. I'm collecting Transmog. It's Transmog. It's a whole set's worth. It's nice stuff that I might wear. This is not classic, no. This is Dragonflight. It's not Dragonflight, like, content, but I'm on the Dragonflight patch. Old model really threw me off. Yeah. Nah, I'm trying to get my Blood Elf heritage armor. Are you playing Shadowlands right now? Or am I playing BFA? Who's to say? Man. Maybe I should have gotten him some item level before doing this. You can certainly get through it, but it is not fast. I do not do very much damage. These heirloom legs are not cutting it for me anymore. Oh, yeah. I think we're almost done with at least this part. I don't know. After this, I think I want to take a break from the quest lines, and I want to do more Blackwing Lair, because I don't have that mace yet. And there's more characters that I can do it on, and there's more delicious transmog that I can farm out of it. May have done it on a priest, don't remember exactly. I just feel like if I was 430, I would be done by now. Well, 430 and then maybe ret. You could be entirely decked in green BOEs. That is true. I could probably catch him up to like 380 or so with like 3,000 gold. He doesn't have 3,000 gold though. He's got 1,000 gold. Morgoth's Air, thank you for the 7-month resub. Hey you, happy Friday. Thank you. I say he's got 1,000 gold as though I don't have other characters with more gold. He's a strong, independent paladin. He does not need to be bankrolled by the main character. So looked at speed sets. Nice guide and Wowhead. Get my lower levels to 61. Freeze them. Get them speed sets. Nice. That sounds like a fun project. I kind of want to do that at some point too. At least one for each armor type. I think that would really help with Mog farming. My struggle right now is I can never pick, do I want to just like take the characters I have and run raids and stuff and get Mog now? Or do I want to set up characters that can Mog farm more efficiently for later, even if it means getting less Mog in the short term? And so far, I have been unable to not eat the marshmallow. I have been unable to invest in my future. I have been making poor future me decisions. I've been just running the raids. I've not been setting up for more efficient raid running. It's never too late to change. Bank filled with 1005 catch-up thingies. I distributed them amongst my alts, including this one. So he is wearing some of them. Any slots that he's missing, I just didn't have an extra piece of that armor type in that slot available. You get such a big marshmallow if you wait, though. House-filled marshmallow. House-filled marshmallow. House-sized marshmallow. Is it a marshmallow that I can live in? Yeah, no, I would level new alts to level 61 for speed sets and Mog farming. Second subscription to sneak yourself in directly to Garrosh. Do you need a second subscription for that? I thought you just went and talked to the thing. I don't know where my brain wandered off to there. Sticky place to live. There's a really famous study that gets referenced a lot in like personal development literature talking about grit and willpower. There's a study done on a research study done on children and whether or not they had the ability to delay gratification and to wait on eating one marshmallow in order to get 2 marshmallows later. And the study showed that the children that had the capacity to wait for the bigger reward later on went on to live, you know, higher earning lives and to perform better in various fields and to just generally do better at life. And that doesn't surprise me. It just doesn't encourage me much either. You need one for each token type too. Thought you'd be good at that kind of impulse control. I feel like I used to be. Maybe that's just a lie. Maybe I've never been very good at it. I struggle a lot with impulse control. I am mostly saved by the grace of my impulses aren't that dangerous. My impulses are mostly to look at pictures of dogs and go for walks. And my impulses are also tempered by my anxiety, so my impulsive behavior is usually not that risky. But it's also very much not under control. Once you made the speed set, you get so much joy out of being fast for the next year or whatever. Yeah. Plus, there's just so much bulk Mog to get out of various instances. I think having one of each armor type, it certainly wouldn't help me farm everything, but it would help me make a big dent in a lot of it. I think it would be pretty good. My impulses are to spend lots of money on little plastic spacemen. More dangerous than you'd think. Oh, I believe you. Am I done? Turn in. I think we're done. I think we get to take this portal back. It has been 35 here. Well, we gotta run up the hill first. 35 minutes to get the Blood Elf Heritage questline done. Struggle cuddling pets is Dota's right? You can kill your speed set farming characters' names that reflect quickness and collection. Oh, that is true. I could come up with themed names for them. Zippy. Nice. 36 minutes and 6 seconds. That's how long it took me to get the Blood Elf Heritage questline done. Heritage of the Sindori. He does look nice. He does look lovely. Let me see. He doesn't look that lovely, though. Heritage of the Sindore. Also, he has yet to run around. He has yet to run around wearing that. Anthus hasn't entered his blood troll era yet. He's saving that for next year. He's got to pace himself. Heritage of the Sindore. Oh no, it wasn't that one. It was the troll one. That's right. There we go. He's ready to defend Silverman. Oh, I think he had the skirt on before. I don't think he was just in the shorts and the leggings. Alright, job done. I want to go poke around Ouroboros just to see, if I can pick up the Blood Knight thingy. I don't want to do it all right now, but I just want to have a little look. Oh my. I think he's comfy. Ouroboros. Oh. Excuse me. Excuse me. Never mind. Alright, well, I'll take a quick break. I'll be right back. We'll find something else to do then. Alrighty, I'm back. Just do the Shadowlands intro real quick, 5 minutes. That one might actually be 5 minutes with how aggressive the skips they put into it were. But I don't think I trust it. I don't think I believe it. I don't remember him having the socks last time. Oh, he's like so top heavy. Make people who never thought of playing Blood Elves want to play them. It's not an art control at all. I want to take druids through Blackwing Lair and get that mace. That's what I want to do. Looks like an 80s pro wrestler. This is what happens when you skip leg day. Itty bitty waist, wide shoulders. I like to imagine that in a strong wind he just topples right over. He just crumples like a sunflower. Okie dokie, that was learned from another item. And now it's learned from this item because I have been infected into collecting item ID. Skipped so many leg days. All I have are leg days. All of my exercise is leg centric. I walk, I hike. Okay, well that's it. I run, actually. There's the third one. Not a lot of upper body involved. Where am I going? I'm going to Blackwing Lair. How am I getting there? Pad dungeon ports. Oh, hang on. Oh no, we're good. We're good. I was gonna spec myself into a nice speedy zoom spec, but that's all right. Catching a big fish uses upper body. That is true. That is true. I sometimes have a mild amount of muscle soreness in my arms or wrists or shoulders after an 8-hour fishing day. Go back to bouldering, work the squeezers. Bouldering used to shred my nails. Although I do some outdoor bouldering, incidentally while fishing, because I'll be like on the rocks at the ocean and I'll be like, I bet you that's a real good spot. And then I'll kind of look at the rock climbing that you need to get there. And then I'll be like, well, if I fall, it's only, you know, a drop into the jagged rocks and the Pacific Ocean. It's only injury and or death. What's the worst thing that can happen? Don't think about that. Catch a fishy. Pet dungeon ports, such an advantage for collecting. They're so good. They're so good. I drive Flabby nuts because he keeps asking me what the fastest way is to get to a given place. And I'm like, well, if you take the pet dungeon port, it'll get you right there. Not everybody has them. Deadlift to work on my grip. Salt water will purify your wounds. Fell down the cliff at Clover Point when I was 10. Oh, that's a big tumble for a tiny person. How do you get those? You need to do the pet dungeon, and I think you need to do like the challenge mode, the gauntlet version, in order to unlock the portals. But you just do it once, and then the portals are account wide, so you have them on every character, which is very nice and something that the Mythic Plus portals could take a leaf out of the book of. I really want Mythic Plus, the plus 20 portals to be account wide. But yeah, I think that if you are, especially like if you're a collector, it would be worth the time investment early to get them, because they take you to all kinds of places that are annoying to get otherwise, especially on given factions. There's one that takes you to Strathholm, which is like an annoying place to get to for Alliance. There's one that takes you to the Wayland Caverns, another annoying place to get to for Alliance. There's one that takes you right to the Dead Mines, which is kind of annoying for Horde. It's not that these places are impossible to get to, but they're way faster if you can just zoop to. I would actually push to do the 20s if it was account wide. Yeah. Do you get an achievement for them? Let me see. Pet battles. A lot of pet battle achievements. I don't know if they have dungeon achievements. Pet Battle Challenge Wailing Caverns. Gave me the Son of Scum. Pet Battle Challenge brackets Dead Mines. Pet Battle Challenge, yeah. I think that's the one. My pet collector / zookeeper alt is a mage, so that helps. I do have guides for the dungeons, but I usually point people towards Zufu because they can generate lists of pets based on the pets that you have. And then you'll have very specific suggestions for which pets that you're missing. My pet dungeon guide videos have like one recommendation team per fight. So you can certainly follow those. They do work, but it's not the only way to cook an egg. I don't have any current plans to do the PvP pet battle achievements. I used to think about just chipping away at them, you know, gently over time, and then I got really bored. It's one of my least preferred types of content in the game is pet battle PvP because it's just very time consuming. It's very rock paper scissors. It's a very limited meta, and it's just not my idea of fun. Need to get Cataclysm Leatherworking to 75 in my hunter. But she doesn't skin. Gonna go farm leather for her and skinning else. I'll do it in Firelands, collect Transmog too. Nice. I love multitasking like that. So I'm here for the Draconic Maul, but I also need all kinds of stuff. There's a belt that I could take from Veil of Straws. There's all manner of things. I'm missing quite a few pieces of Transmog. Wild to think that pet battling has been around longer than it wasn't. That is kind of crazy. Simple Armory, Kezo 3. Simple Armory is the one that I go to check which things I have to decide what to farm. Data for Azeroth will also show you, and Data for Azeroth can sort them by collected rate. So if you're trying to find the easiest amount that you're missing to farm, Data for Azeroth is good at that. And I have a video that shows how to filter for that. But Simple Armory is the nicest one just for kind of casually browsing and being like, oh, hey, I am missing a vendor mount from BC or whatever it is. Cannot get the Critters of Argus achievement. Don't have pets with high speed. Argus was the worst, I swear. Alright, no luck for there. Up we go. Data for Azeroth is dangerous when you start looking at like your Mog collecting numbers though. Or even just like where your collection for specific thing ranks in terms of pets or mounts. Any luck? Looking for Draconic Maul? Nope. These must not have a super high, crazy high drop rate. I guess there's just not that much trash in the raids, so even if you have, excuse me. There's not that much trash in the raid, so even if you have, you know, a decent drop rate, you can still get kind of unlucky. Want to make a quick command for it? I've already forgotten. For what? I like to think I'm adding to its value while collecting an unlocked random mugs. Oh, Simple Armory? Or the clip where we show the thing. I'm going to try and like line myself up with the middle here. Because, you can kind of shapeshift a little bit on a druid. There we go. But it doesn't get you very far. You can go like a step by shapeshifting. Oh, Data for Azeroth. There may already be commands. Sometimes I have commands and I've forgotten what they are. 2 packs in the slow area, but they're so not worth it. You could also use charge if you've got that. I'm spec'd into Tiger Dash, which is something I usually prefer for farming, but I guess just not for this one. This is going okay though. Here, let me take a look through my commands. Try not to accidentally break my break my bot. Cloud bot. Let me see commands. Yeah, no command for data, so we could add one of those. And there's no command for Simple Armor either. I'm just confused. We do have a command for fish. There's some old ones in here that are not necessarily all that relevant anymore. I think that's a super one. Any luck? Blackwing Banner. No Transmog that I needed. Did we loot all the trash? Yeah. Alright. Alpha for what? Maybe Dragonflight? I don't know. Here, we can probably kill that one. Yeah. Could have been Shadowlands too. Any zone drops that I need on these characters? I think there's like a sword that I can't learn on Druid that might drop off these guys. There's a Interlaced Shadow Jerkin, actually, that could drop off these guys that I do need. Any luck? No? Okay. What about over here? I don't think they can do it, but I'll try anyways. I might want to try and find a different command for Simple Armory. I get that that's the acronym, but it's also an acronym for something else. I'll leave it up to you though. Okay. Any luck over here? What else do I have? Page 1 of 3. I probably have some old ones. Here we can kill the pre-patch event. That just links my guide to the Dragonflight pre-patch event that is thoroughly over. Zufu's good. Loot Appraiser's fine. We don't need the cat cam question anymore. People don't really ask about that. It's been a long time. Plater. We can kill the survival guide one. Any Mog? Because I do need appearances. Oh, nice. I got my hand guards. I need all kinds of tier, and these classic raids are a little bit rough because you need the specific piece to drop. It's not just a token. Was it BC when they decided to start doing tokens? Because I'm in favor of it. I'm having fun looking through my old commands. Boy is very important. That was a good one. Data for Azeroth, Simple Armory. The gold, the VODs, those are all fine. UI, we can kill that one. Don't need that. I got another Creminius Whistle. I have so many of those now. Token started in Wrath? Oh. Got my coffee. Time to start the day with a Hazel Stream. Nice. Punished myself all afternoon. I've done Dragon Racing Completionist, all races with gold times, normal, and advanced. My brain is melting. Congratulations. Tokens in Kara. Nefarious, would you like to drop me a helmet or some gloves? Oh, it's got antlers. It's got big old low poly antlers. Or not gloves, chest guard. I have the gloves. Ichabod. Yeah, Ichabod's over. We can get rid of that command. Those antlers have won me many a silly / random trial style competition. They are utterly ridiculous. There are quite a few Mogs that have antlers, but I don't know if I've ever seen any quite as flat as that. Some of the advanced gold times are ridiculous. What do you get for doing that? For doing all of the advanced golds? Are we talking just achievement points? Was there a title? I've never fully like parsed out all of the different stuff you get for dragon races. I did enough to get the pet because I discovered there was a pet and I needed that, but that was when I stopped some shoulders. Oh. I will need that eventually. No luck. No luck. Let's go to Stormwind and turn in the Head of Nefarian. Just to sort that out. Make sure it doesn't drop anymore. Yeah, calendar races we'll have to do. That's a cool set. I like the goggles. Title dragon appearances. Yeah, I'm not so worried about... I don't need titles, I tell myself now. And I don't need dragon manuscripts. I'm not trying to 100% those. But transmog and pets and mounts. Want a mount for the stress it's cost me? Grand Admiral Jestereth must have been around for a long time. Give me my 4 silver, 20 copper. But we have more druids that can go through there. Plus, I'm pretty sure my evoker can do it. She should be able to get a two-handed mace. 420, yo. Nice. Kind of sad the calendar ones are time-gated. Yeah, I wonder what the idea is there. To make people more excited to go do it because it's only up for a limited time? Cool. Very good. And then she can go home to Veldraken for now. Can vendor some of this stuff. I'll cage a couple Creminiuses and mail them to my main so she can post them. I have not gotten my Evoker Legendary yet. I'm trying. Just cage them on your main. But I haven't logged on to my main yet. And I can't cage another one that I have in my bags until I've caged one now. So that would involve an extra log over. Crominius. You got so unlucky. My other evoker friend doesn't have one either, and I'm only 1 heroic kill over them, so I don't think it's just me. So she can take That and that. And then we won't worry about the other two for now. I got BOEs to drop, but I don't know if they're worth anything. And I don't have TSM on, so I can't find out. It was the Feather Moon headdress. It's a cool headdress. Yeah, that thing. And then a Sword of Zeal. Well, mail it over. Have a little look. Ogvoker got it on his first heroic kill. Prevoker was not pleased. Calendar races, my understanding is that they're not like temporary in the sense that once they're gone forever, but temporary in the sense that it's an event on the calendar that has to rotate around for you to do them. And it's been like that through all of testing as well. I think that was always the intent with it. Yeah. And then another one of those. Another one of those. Okay. Should I go post that stuff just because? What time is it? 10:43. What am I at now? 5.87 mil. But I don't have anything up for sale right now, except for a pet. How much are these worth? Let's find out. Got the Lego, my Alt Evoker and LFR. It's crafted now, and I feel the need to do something with him now. An LFR! Okay, those aren't so valuable. There. There. What about these? Oh. Yeah, no, there's two up. Super sale. Big discount. Not even really worth the price of posting them, honestly. Okay. Two-handed mace. Oh yeah, let's just go do Blackwing Lair on my main. She can get it too. I bet she can deep breath right down that hallway. I wonder if I should do it on in my raid specs so that I can deep breath and dream breath all the way down the big hallway. I think I should. I think that's a good idea. I don't think I'm gonna need to have like devastation damage to kill things. I think I can probably just Azure Strike stuff down. LFR is harder than Mythic. Prove me wrong. I can't do it. Yeah, Creminius I think fell off a lot because the raid got easier to farm. The raid both got easier to farm, but also they're not a meta anymore. They're not needed. The strat got nerfed, so they're not used for as many things. They're still used for some things. Excuse? Pets detective. What is this? This quest was added in News 2021 comments. Questline starts in Dalaran. You get Gurgle. Do I not have Gurgle? I don't have Gurgle. That's funny. Alright, well, I'll keep the quest on me anyways. Small diversion. Just like 5 minutes, right? Okay. Yeah, that's nice. They're long cooldowns, but it'll be not nothing. I do have the Black Widow spider mount, the Bloodfang Widow. I have all the gold sync mounts. Knock it out in like an hour, I'd guess. Kill pirates. Yeah, seems pretty reasonable. I think there was something that I wanted to do There was something else going on whenever they added that, and I just never got... I totally forgot. I never got around to it. Tried to do the postmaster quest line. Picked up the mail. Never got anything after that. I don't think that they've removed it. Or I didn't hear anything about them removing it, I should say. But I don't know. I haven't tried it. Got the Shaw mount. Congrats, Super Chief. That's got to be a huge relief. All right. Take me in. I think if I get any more Criminesis, I'm probably just going to delete them. I don't think it's worth the 15 gold. I mean, technically 200, but I think you might have to wait for that kind of output. So, zone drops. So she can get 3 of them. Because evokers can use a surprising amount of weapons. I need to put Azur's Strike back on her bar. Really not regret not getting the Gorlock 12-month mount. Now we try again for Tusks. We were on a real roll for a while with them, adding new mounts, mostly with 6-month sub promotions. And I was quite pleased with that, because I was just getting them all tied into my sub. And I do love the new fish, but I haven't bought the Kodo mount pack because, well, because I don't want to. I got greedy. I got spoiled by just getting all those things with my long sub. Purplish Gorlock to the trading post. Oh yeah. I remember seeing some kind of data mining. I want to say trading post, but I would be remiss to say that I'm sure. Thought I saw it data mined. Yeah, I think WoW had some kind of article about it. Get nuked by mobs. How do I prevent that? They've changed this. So if you haven't tried it recently, you should be totally fine. They've really changed this one. It is much easier now. I don't even clear the trash on both sides anymore. I just go click on each egg and then call it good. Okay, so nothing from Razorgore. Lash Lair, Broodlord Lash Lair. Oh, that's the one at the end of the slow hallway. I don't think I need anything from Verostraz in this character. I don't. She doesn't have any tier because evokers didn't exist back then. When was the Kodo store mount added? Recently. Pretty recently. A week or 2 ago? It's the pack with the mount and the pet. Oh, do they not let you... Do you have to do Verostraz? I thought you could skip it. Oh, oops. Egg boss in the trap room to the old slow parts. Overall, pretty nice. I'll forgive it the egg boss in the trap room just for the for how nice the transmogs are. Doom's Edge. The ingots are for what? Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. Oh, when they made Legendaries transmoggable, they've doomed me to eventually having to go get Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. It's a very nice Kodo. I am tempted. Did someone say? Nope. I remember when that was like Trade Chat's favorite game of all time was just different prefixes and then Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. I don't know where that started or when it ended, but it was a long time. Okay, so I can... Any luck? Draconic Maul? No? Okay. I'll take these ones with me through the thing. Never ended, still happens in trade chat. Baron's trade chat. That's true. I haven't been hanging out in Baron's general chat. There must still be a few people keeping the legend alive. Love linking achievements to make weird sentences. So my thinking... Here, you guys want to kick me once? Yeah, there you go. And then a little bit of that. I forget what else I have. Probably other buttons. Hacks. I want to use my hover charge, but I don't want to waste it going up the hill. I want to get around the corner so I can dream flight. Yeah, helps out a little bit. Triumphant Roar Echoes. Creamy Time's so great. The only one mining Wintergrasp. Okay. Breedlord Lashler, would you like to drop for me a... What are we saying? Nothing. The only thing about being preservation spec and not devastation is that I don't have Pyre handy. So he could have dropped me Maladath, Blade of the Black Flight. These guys have some stuff for me too. I think now that I'm past that part, I might actually switch back. That evoker speed. Using one of my mobs to launch myself up to the second floor. That's probably smarter if you can aim it well enough to have them skip you past. I bet you that works a lot better. Any Mog? Ingots that we can sell. Oh yeah, I forgot. These guys are immune to spell damage. Deathtown Overseer can drop Doom's Edge, which is a one-hander axe. He hasn't dropped it for me yet, but day could be coming. Those casters used to drive me nuts. I used to like forget why they wouldn't die and just cast on them for ages. Ingots for Thunder Fury. Maybe I should keep them. I've just been selling them. I'm not ready to do Thunder Fury yet, but maybe one day. How many do I need? Should I just like make a little stockpile? Make the process easier. Hit with stick. There we go. 30? Oh, that's not so bad. A lot of hourglass sand. Yeah, there's really not very many mobs that can drop the thing that I need, but I need so much other stuff from this instance on all my classes that I have a feeling I'm probably going to get the mace before I've gotten everything else. I don't think that the Draconic Maul is going to be the last thing I need out of this place. Did he drop anything? No? Do you also need the Sulfuron Hammer? I don't have a Sulfuron Hammer. Legendary Hammer from Uldir? I'm gonna guess no. I don't think so. If I had to take a stab at it. Do you know the stupid pirate with the steering wheel joke? I have to think about it every time you say driving me nuts. I don't. I don't think I get it. Which legendaries have you done? The gimmies. Basically none of them. For collecting old legendaries for fun and Mog and stuff, absolutely none of them. I got like the Khadgar ring in WoD because I was playing during WoD, and I got Legion legendaries during Legion because I played there, but I didn't go back. I didn't get mop cloaks. I never got any. I like Terragosa, none of it. I always kind of figured it was too much bother. Really like the little scales daycare quests and things they say. Completed everything. At least there's dailies though. You got it all. You're well ahead of me. I haven't done mine today. I've been a negligent daycare contributor. Oh, there's two things that you could drop me. Any luck? Yeah, I got a belt. Generic male belt that I was missing. Yeah, kind of matches. Did I really preview the right one? Are we sure that's not the belt that went with it? No, no, it kind of matches. There goes in the mount. They announced something. Haven't seen an update since. I think it's in. I think you can just do it. I just never did. You can go for Toradol. Pirate goes into a bar. Yeah. You're right. I had not heard that one before. Why is he a pirate? Oh, because he... Oh, I see. I think you would also need to... you would need to not only have the staff, but do the whole Blue Dragonflight questline that they added. I think that you need to do the reconciling the something or another. Back. Welcome back. Alright, maybe he'll give me ash candy this time. It's not even driving, it's steering, it's in the name. I also don't remember what the name for the boat steering wheel is, but I'm pretty sure it's not a steering wheel. I can Google this. I can find out. Boat steering wheel name. The helm. Ship's wheel or boat's wheel. General tips for clearing Dawn of the Infinites. 438 should be plenty. I did a video that shows the various mechanics of the boss fights. But beyond that, it's just to sit up straight and try your best. It's not that bad. It's helpful if you have an idea of what's coming, though. Boats also don't drive. Okay, well, no luck on the Draconic Mall, but we can take her back to Veldraken and keep running more characters. Don't see why not. Party finds a shop with mystical items. A sack labeled. Oh. I had to look at that one for a minute. It's a stupid joke, lives in my head, what can I tell you? I'm familiar with the concept. I have a few things that will never leave me alone as long as I live. Okay, let's just chuck all of this. Taking care not to... I don't need the Paracausal Fragment. But I do need my Molten Heart and my Dragon Skill, so we can't get rid of those. Well, we got a belt for that. That wasn't a total loss. Can I interest you in some Yuba seeds for your garden? I had a joke about, I have a hosta plant in one of my planters, and it was flowering, or it was putting on stalks to begin to flower. And I had never seen a hosta flower before, because I guess I've just never gone outside. And I was joking about how people kept asking me, well, my partner was asking what the flowers were going to look like, and I didn't know, and I was like, they could be eyeballs. Could be giant eyeball stalks out of the ground that just like look around at you. I wouldn't know. Could happen. And then we joked that it was definitely going to be eyeballs. Okay. You can't help me, actually. This character cannot use two-handed maces, I'm pretty sure. She can use one-handed maces? Let me see. Weapon skills. Maces bracket one-handed. Yeah, so she's no good. Pardon, Nixie. I did not mean to log in on her. No, I have not watched Little Shop of Horrors. Which Dragonflight do you feel your character is closest with? I feel like the red one. Because of her scale color. And even though it's kind of pink. But because of the scales and because of my propensity for gardening. Are two-handed maces hunter weapons? One way to find out. Did we tell you it's a musical about plants? Good movie. 100% recommend. The tree the random squirrel planted is still growing. It's not like riotously happy, and I'm kind of thinking about setting it out for free for somebody to pick it up and put it in a good home. That is to say, the earth. Because I don't think it's going to be... I think it's because it's in a pot. I think that it wants to grow big in the ground. Weapon skills. No maces. Bows, crossbows. Hunters perform best with bows, crossbows, and guns, but they can also equip all of this other stuff, but no maces. Okay. Honey Plum, I feel like, has a better chance of being able to do it. We'll take a look. Also musical about plants. Pole Sylvanas, set it ablaze. She can use maces with no qualifiers, so I think she can do it. So let's take her to Blackrock Depths. We can Ghost Wolf our way. Here, Toy Box, Dalaran. And then I also want to go into her spec, and I want to see... Here, we'll set her up as... Should I be Enhance or Ellie? Maybe Enhance. Didn't think they could use two-handed. The reason I think that they can, we'll check it, but the reason I think that they can is because in the character that could only use one-handed maces, on Priest, when I checked, it had one-handed specified in brackets, and this one does not have that. So otherwise it would be a strange inconsistency of which this game is filled. Okay. So she needs some buttons. Give me talents, a starter build. And then I'll go find all the speed talents and I'll slot those in, and then I'll find a couple of buttons to put on her bar. So I want that Spirit Walker's Grace thing. So Spirit Walker's Grace and make me 20% faster while it's active. We've also got Spirit Walk. Not to be confused with Spirit Walker's Grace. Ghost Wolf. Spirit Wolf, movement speed reduction. Yeah. Ghost Wolf removes snares, increases your movement speed. Yeah. Doesn't Ghost Wolf prevent you from being slowed below a certain threshold? We'll try this. Try and see if Lightning Shield's enough for the Earthquake spam. I almost don't want a Lightning Shield because I want those mobs to kick me. I want those mobs to help me get where I'm going. So I'll have Crash Lightning on an 11-second cooldown. That will help a little bit. She has one... Here, actually, she has a couple of... Yeah, she has Agimaces. There we go. Problem solved. Her item level just got much better. There was a time when there was a meta when two-handed enhanced Shami was a thing. Much debate on the Ellie versus enhanced debate for farming log. I think Elemental's a better choice. Oh, she doesn't have a dollar on Hearthstone. Rude. Brutal. Astral Recall will also take me back to Vel'Durek, and I'll just have to go get it. Do I want to fly from Asuna, or do I want to try and find the quest on the board? I hate trying to find the quest on the board. Draw an intro skip, let's go. The trouble is sifting out which one you want from the 40,000 different expansion starter quests that there are in the city. It's usually the first one. Okay, I'll look. It is a toy, however, fun fact, you can't use it if you have never collected a dollar on Hearthstone on that character. It will just not work, and you have to go talk to the person that would have given you one in order to actually get it. Yeah, it's goofy. Found that out a week ago. Strange idea of fun, but I get it. She doesn't work anymore? A couple of friends talking to her didn't work? Well, now I'm kind of tempted to go find out if she does work, because she worked for me like a week or two ago. I don't remember exactly when I tried it, but it was recently. It was this patch. Although, I would be annoyed if I then had to come all the way back here and start it again. So here, let's take a look. Broken Shore. Fight the Legion. Yeah, okay. Dranishar Blockade. I better get ported out there. Maybe my friends were just being dumb. Doesn't work supposedly. I want to go verify that. I'm gonna be stubborn and I'm gonna go double check because I think it worked for me pretty recently. So I'll take a look, and then if it works, you can go tell your friends that they just didn't try hard enough. I'm about to look silly though. It's probably not gonna work. Toy and the Garrison one. 2 more spaces in my inventory. Yeah, the Draenor Hearthstone's the same way. You have to get your Garrison set up, otherwise you can't use the Garrison Hearthstone toy. It is not something that would be immediately clear to someone who... I don't know how you're supposed to figure it out. If you were newer. One character's bugged. Can't use it. Confused as to what the issues are. Has that character ever had a Dalaran Hearthstone before? You can try and take... Well, here, let me see if this works for Honeyplum first. But you can try and take that character to the innkeeper in Dalaran and speak to her. Amici Azurges in the purple dress by the stair entrance in the Legerdemain Lounge. Wouldn't it be fun if you could make your Dalaran Hearthstone go to Old Dala? No. It wouldn't be fun. I would be very confused. Skip the Intrascenary by abandoning the quest. Yeah. I think you can also do the cave skip, although it seems like more trouble than it's worth to get all the way out there. Yeah, the many different Dalarons. You're a pretty horse. I'd like to register a couple of different inns. Tried that many times. I think I'm in a weird part of a quest chain. Just went alt. That's fair. That is fair. So, out of curiosity, usually what I do is I go here, because currently Hearthstone does not work, and I usually go speak to this lady here, and I just talk to her, and she usually there's like a purple thing that happens. No, it still doesn't work. You're right. They must have changed that. What happens if I make this my home? No, it still doesn't work. They've changed it. Why would they make this harder to fix? That's awful. That's okay. We can go do it the old-fashioned way. I'm sure that'll work. But like, man, rude. That worked last week. Yeah, I swear it did too. You are correct. You are correct. We can confirm your friends did try hard enough. Skip quest is meant to be the way to do it. Yeah, I know you can skip the intro. I'm just a cranky woman. I'm just grumpy. I think the Hearthstone should just work on any character over a certain level. And that level should be like 10. I don't see the harm in letting somebody just go there. I do have unspent dragon riding glyphs. Here, I'll spend them. We'll make them go away. There we go. Much better. So now it'll work. Okay. All right. I always do it this way. I just liked my other way. And I'm mad that they broke it. Send me to Blackrock Depths. I need to go get a mace. It'll make me feel better. Alright. What are all of these speedy buttons that I spec'd into? Well, not Storm Strike, but I'll take it. Shaman. Spirit Walk and Ghost Wolf and Spirit Walker's Grace. Spirit Walk should give me, yeah, more movement speed. And it's on a, what is that, a 40-second cooldown? And then Spirit Walker's Grace seems to, yeah, that's a bit more movement speed too. You've got a couple of things that you can layer with your Ghost Wolf. Oh, I've upset somebody. You could spec into the tornado jump thing instead of Spirit Walk if you wanted. Gust of wind hurls you forward. That might be better, honestly, for getting past the part that I have in mind. It's a 20-second cooldown, but Spirit Walker Grace is a 40-second, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get immediately re-snared. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Gust of wind. What? Yeah, that's something. And then I can throw a lightning shield on me to... I guess that if they miss me, then the lightning shield won't damage them. And therefore can't help me. I can at least crash lightning. Alright, what can we get? Oh, we need to turn on all the things. Need to turn on all kinds of add-ons, holy smokes. All the things. Can I Mog it? Very important. Leatrix, super nice. Plater. What else do I want? Yeah, I won't worry about rarity right now. I don't have it tracking anything, any of these particular Mog drops. So, 3... So yeah, I did farm most of the Shaman set. That's funny. I liked the Shaman set so much that I made a point to come in and get it. So I need the zone drops for sure. So I do have a chance to get that Draconic Maul, as well as Doom's Edge. And there's a couple of extra things that could drop for me, but my Shaman list is dramatically smaller than the rest of my list because I thought this set was so cool that I went and got it. How many times have I done this today? A few. A little bit. Here and there. It's nice to have a different else for it. X out of X attempts in the wild. Old world pets and such. Yeah. I did my warrior already. She was the first character I took through here. She's locked out for the week. This is so much nicer than it used to be. Holy smokes. This used to be so annoying. This is how I ended up with 5 warriors. I do kind of need more. The urge to farm Mog competes with the urge to level more characters with which to farm Mog. So Razor could have given me bracers. Chose not to because he's mean. I'm just going to start deleting these pets. I think there's too many of them. I still need one thing from Nefarian, so I do have to clear the whole place. I thought the lockout is still a week for old raids. I don't know of any raids that have like a 2 to 3 day lockout. Counterpoint, level characters from Mogs from unique quest rewards. True. And then freeze their experience at level 61. I know apparently I'm missing Blood Elf starting zone plate. Although I don't know if I want one of my warriors to be a Blood Elf. I guess I could always like level and get those quest rewards and then delete the warrior and make a different one. I don't know if you could go do those quests on a non-Blood Elf. You might be able to. Yeah, that's a pretty good sprint. See, this is a good dragon boss model. The other ones are just drakes. That's why there's so many of them. And this needs a younger sibling. Is it time for me to make my peace with the female Belf models? Is it time for me to forgive them? I don't know. No luck there. If you guys could come with me, please. Oh yeah, people get kicked up. People get kicked up. I might be too close to the wall. I'll find out. That's right. Cause this would be the move. Do it. Do it. No! No! I was so close! Oh man, that seems like a really tricky thing to thread. There must be a very specific place on the floor that you would want to be. You don't do it down here? Oh. Oh man, I thought I almost had it. I thought that was the glory of the skip. You do it over here then, I guess? Can I get kicked through that curtain? Oh, ho, 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 ho. That is pretty good. Hopefully they catch up with me because I do want to kill those for Vox. You can't do it down here, it's just harder? Gotcha. Okay, if you guys could make your way around. Thank you. How'd you get around that way? They're cheating. Alright, now the problem of Hazel can't clear these things very efficiently. What other shaman abilities cleave that are instant cast? Or Earthquake is the elemental one. Crash Lightning is our enhance option. My buttons are a hot mess. We have Chain Lightning. I think we'll get procs for that. Oh yeah, Chain Lightning you get instant procs for it, so that's helpful. That's not nothing. And then I'll have to melee that. Because I need Doom's Edge from this. Yeah, I don't love it. I don't think I'm going to spend a wild amount of time farming on shamans unless I need something like shaman specific tier. Seems like one of the worst classes to do. I think Thunderclap is like a warrior ability. I might be misunderstanding. There might be something else you mean. Yeah, we're getting there. It's just not... It's no whirlwind. Here, we'll put Wind Fury on. That'll fix everything. Don't like a lot of their abilities. Resto's the only way. What classes are good for farming? Warrior is quite nice because they can equip the most weapons and they're also nice and fast. And they've got easy spammable AoE damage they can do with their whirlwind. I like druids too. Druids also have a spammable AoE, or at least a nice easy one that you can do without needing a whole lot of resources. And they're very fast in the right... I mean, they're very fast just with their abilities, but they're even faster with the right armor set. But yeah, I think warrior's technically the best. I think it depends on what kind of armor type you want to farm, though. Not everybody wants to farm plate. It's not going to help you if you're looking for stuff to wear in your mage. Warrior, Hunter, Druid, Warlock, my favorites per armor type. I wonder if Evoker would give Hunter a run for their money. Hunter's very fast. And I guess Hunter has more old tier sets available because they've existed for longer, so they'll have old tier sets to collect. But Evoker can really motor with the right buttons through the right places. So Flame Gorg has leggings I could use. If you don't mind. Supposedly. No luck. And then it's just the Nefarian belt. Arcane Mage with Chrono Shift isn't too bad for cloth. 50% speed as long as there's a mob. Yeah. I like sprints that don't need me to pay attention. That's my trouble with charge, is whenever I want to charge, I can't find a mob and then I get frustrated. Whereas with like Tiger Dash or something like that, I can just kind of put it on and then be fast. Loot table chance, 2.7%. That's not so many. It's a lot of stuff that he could drop. Hello, chat. Hello, Hazel. Hello. How are you? How are things? Primordial Wave, LA Shaman ability? Loot table chance thing in an ATT setting? I'm assuming so. I also don't know how accurate it is. Sometimes I see a number I don't like and I just choose to not believe it. And that makes me feel better. Don't think mine shows that. Must investigate. Yeah, it might be a setting that you can enable. It could also be another add-on supplying it. Although I don't know which one would do it. Things have been up and down. How are things with you? I can't complain. I cannot complain. I'm not getting as much done as I want to, but I am having a lovely summer. Taking it pretty easy. This character's never done Blackwing Lair. No dice. No good. But she can take the head back to Orgrimmar. Via Dalaran, apparently. Who else do I want to do this on? Probably more Druids. Summer's starting to wind down. Very sad. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes fall's nice because the temperatures get a little bit more under control, so you don't have to, like, hide from the sun during the hours of, like, 11 to 4 or 11 to 6 the same way. You know, it's not technically as nice weather, but you can spend more of it outside without needing to shield yourself with a parasol and 7 layers of SPF. Fall's so short before it becomes a frozen tundra. Have you pickpocketed the dice toy? I have not. Is it fun? Good grind? Did I need those legs? Yep. Give them back. Give them back. Those are my legs. There we go. I can't be trusted with this thing. Can be a long grind. Hi Hazel. Hi Smashinator. How are you? All right. You know who can try this? Barnacles. Beautiful Barnacles. And Petal Bloom can both run BWL for this. They'll both have a chance at it. But I think those are my last two, so we can definitely get all of our Draconic Maltries in for the day. What a man. Wait a week of beauty. Afraid we're gonna get our rainy season until it snows. So he's going via Dalaran. His Dalaran Hearthstone does not work. All right. Well, that's okay. I can I'll just do the skip this time, I promise. I feel like if I walked up to Barnacles and he said, punch me, and I gave it my all, I don't think he would notice. I don't think it would move him at all. I think I could, not that you should hit anybody, but I think I could, with consent, hit that man as hard as I can. He's not going anywhere. He is a rock. I think he'd jiggle a little. I don't think he would walk up to Barnacles. What if Barnacles was my friend? Is that more about him or you? Why not both? Depends on if you punch him in the tummy or the arm. I think I'd probably do more damage to myself than to him. Okie dokie. He lets you punch him when you're frustrated. Maybe he's just working on his core. Although I don't know how punching somebody in the abs would help them with their core. This is how you know I've never been to a gym. I'm just imagining buff people standing around just like slamming each other. Thugging it out. Where's the mission board? Movie workouts. Yeah. That happens very rarely. Hi, happy Friday. Happy Friday, Anduin. You get kicked out for hitting each other. That seems reasonable. That seems like it's probably for the best. Ah. I had like some thoughts about taking vacation this summer, and I think now my plan is to continue my search to try to find the perfect dog to adopt. And if I find one, I just take a week off then. With low notice, no notice, and at random. And then instead of going anywhere, I just stay home with dog, help dog settle in. If I find one. We're going to the Black Rock Depths. Going to Hawaii next month. There is a term for men with his physique. It's called refrigerator. I'm a big fan. Hawaii sounds wonderful. Barnacles is the homebody we all want. And this looks nice, but Barnacles is the man that I want to have showing up when the movers come to help me move to my new place. Barnacles is the guy that I want on the other side of the couch. Never been. I hope it's warm. I hope it's warm for you too. I've never been either. Yesterday we had a kitten that was small enough to fit in my pocket. I didn't want to give him back. Aww. Bees and hound figures. I've been looking at lots and lots and lots and lots of different doggies of different ages and breeds and whatnot from various rescues. It's pretty competitive out here. Apparently there's a lot more people that want dogs than dogs that that need people. So you gotta really fight for one. But I'm glad that it's that way because it means that there's not that the doggies have homes. Barnacles would probably be Romanian. I bet you Barnacles likes dinner. I bet you Barnacles gets excited about a good meal. He's probably got like a go-to recipe that he whips out once every month or so, and he has his friends over and he makes like his special meatballs or something. Referred to his muscles as accessory muscles. Puffed up, look nice, weren't good for much more than eye candy, according to him. Showstopper meal. Don't want to stress out my 19-year-old cat. Shelter's so full up here they stopped taking in animals. I would guess almost everyone likes dinner. I imagine there's people that don't like dinner. If dinner's been a stressful or like a traumatic experience, or, you know, you've got like a lot of food allergies that are like a nightmare to navigate. You've got, you know, issues around eating. Dinner can be a real difficult time. I like dinner now, but there has been times in my life where dinner was not a good feeling. I would get stressed at like 4:30 because I'd be like, oh God, here we go again. Food sensitivity. Skip meals and starve just because making food's a pain. I feel like he would serve a platter of calamari for his guests. I think he has like a special pasta sauce recipe that like is a fairly straightforward basic one, but you know, he's made it and it's like earthy and chunky. Same workplace also had a national champion pole athlete could bench press the bodybuilder guy. That's fun. Yeah. I'm currently in a world with my meals where my plan is to have easy things that are food so that I'm not skipping meals, as opposed to trying to cook the healthy things that I think I should make that I'm just not making. Trying to accept the energy I have right now. Where is he? There's Razorcore. Cash, with the least amount of judgment possible, it might be time for you to try cooking yourself. It's a fantastic skill to have. Helps you make friends. Helps you feed yourself. Gives you something to do. Makes you smell good. Well, sometimes. I made a homemade pizza. I guess I did cook something last night. I made a pizza. Although I was gonna do sun-dried tomatoes, olives, feta, and something else. I forget. But the feta, I was like, oh hey, I still have some feta left. And I looked at it, it looked all right. And I like chopped it up and I went to go put it on the pizza. And I'm glad that I engaged in Hazel's time-tested tradition of nibbling on it a little bit before I put it on my food, because I always snack while I'm cooking. And I'm glad I snacked while I was cooking, because I ate it and I'm like, nope, 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 nope. It was not good anymore. It wasn't moldy specifically, but it was very bitter and it was yucky. It was no good. And I am glad I did not put it on my pizza, because I would have ruined my pizza. That's for all classes. Yeah, I was thinking cheese is already aged, so what's the harm of aging it a little more? It makes yucky. Okay. So we're gonna kill these ones. And then we'll take the other pack around the corner. And I'll try and have them... I don't think I'm good enough to get boofed up there. I think I'm just gonna bonk my head in the ceiling. So we're just gonna grab these guys. Oh, Barnacles doesn't even have a proper speed spec. He's not spec'd into Tiger Dash. He might actually have charge. Actually, that might even help him. That might actually be good. And then I'm gonna park myself like right here. Oh, so close. But now now I have to back up, because otherwise he's not gonna make it clear the edge. This could be a nightmare. Because I gotta get on the other side of them. They're gonna kick me back the other way. Yeah. Okay. And now we get back on the other side. Cat charge! Yes! It worked! Oh, I feel so smart right now. Not that that's that clever, but I'm kind of pleased with myself. That was pretty cool. Oh, hey, it's Heart Striker. You can shift forms, but you get immediately reslowed. I was doing that whole time. I was going cat to bear to cat to bear to cat to bear. It unslows you for like a second. Give yourself pet. We are gaming. Frozen veggies, hard to go through a lot. Fresh produce, learning how to shop for cooking helps a lot. I have a fairly well-stocked pantry. I am set when it comes to ingredients. I'm just, some days I have the energy to cook, and by energy, I don't mean like physical energy, but it's like a mental space that I'll get in where I'm totally ready to do it, and I'll think ahead, and I'll, soak the chickpeas ahead of time, and, everything works out. And then some days, brains full of bees, it's not happening. I've given up on trying to shoo away the brain bees. I just kind of live with them. So that is a wand, but I can't learn that. And also, I have it already. What other stuff can we get? We're hoping for the maul, but honestly, that two-handed mace, it seems like there's only like 11 mobs that drop it in the whole place, if that. Not a whole lot with the zone drops. I don't think that Druid actually needs any more zone drops from the rest of this. It looks like there's only 2 zone drops they can have. The Interlaced Shadow Jerkin only drops from the Worm Guard. Death Talon Worm Guard. So those guys can drop a Leather Jerkin, but this stuff doesn't have anything, aside from like Elementium nodes. Mental Bandwidth. Trying to not cook when I'm hungry, but when I can. Curious if that works better. Yeah. Cooking when I'm hungry is usually a great way for me to give up and make the easiest possible thing. My strategy, my workaround for this that I've talked about before, and I know I'm not the only person, is I have cooking snacks. So if I've reached the point where I'm too hungry to cook and I need to buy myself a little more time to give myself the stamina and get like my blood sugar back up, basically, I will have like a frozen cookie or like some crackers or cheese. Like I'll make a snack and I'll sit down and have a snack before I start cooking to buy myself the time to start cooking, because otherwise it's too far gone. It's Dwyer. No, I bake cookies and then I freeze them whole, and then instead of defrosting them, I just eat them frozen. Can't be the only one. You kind of get a taste for them after a while. Oh, hey, I needed those gloves. Taunt Dragonhide gloves. Yeah, the thinking cookie, precisely. That's right. I like a thinking pack of crisps. It's the cookie that you have while you're thinking about what you're going to make for dinner. Sounds painful. They're not like rock solid. It's not like eating a hockey puck. They do still have some give to them. It doesn't hurt your teeth. No, they bend. They're not like thick cookies. They're not like cakes. Although frozen cake also does not get rock solid. Don't ask me how I know. They're chewy. Wonder what Chromagus is doing all day when the door is closed. Certainly not getting enough exercise and stimulation. Unless he's got a puzzle feeder in there that I haven't seen, but... Give Chromagus walks. Take him hiking. See if he likes boats. I don't think he'll like boats. Does the freezing kill the minuscule possibility of salmonella from the raw eggs? Well, I've baked the cookies first, so they're not raw anymore. I'm not an expert in the salmonella thing, though. I do eat raw cookie dough with somewhat reckless abandon. It'll get me one day, but that day hasn't come yet. Yeah, no, not raw frozen cookie dough. That would probably be rock hard. I think, especially if it wasn't, like, the cookies are pretty thin. My favorite are gingerbread. Although I have some unfrozen gingerbread cookies in my counter that I've been using as thinking cookies. I was going to ice them, but then I just decided to not bother. So, 2 pieces of druid set. You want to give me those goofy antlers? No, no luck. I got one more character that can do this. Iced ones do get kind of hard. Yeah, royal icing will even not frozen, but especially frozen, will get kind of rock solid. You guys are making me want to make chocolate chip cookies. I mean, there are local bakeries, but they really do really nice pastries and like little cakes and mousses and stuff. I don't know about like a place that'll just sell me like a really good cookie. Because sometimes I want a cookie, but it's not often enough to really justify having an entire batch of cookies around just for me. Royal icing is typically, at least in my experience, made with powdered sugar and water or milk and cream. But there's also going to be some egg whites and sometimes cream of tartar, which serve to make it act as kind of like a cement. You have to keep it damp while you're working with it because once it dries hard. It's a very good building icing for making like gingerbread houses because it's very strong once it's dry. And I usually use it for affixing Smarties, which are akin to American M&Ms, not the chalky things, to my gingerbread cookies. That elusive American ingredient. Does it have a different name in Europe, or do they just not? They just don't use it. It doesn't come up very often. I think I only use cream of tartar in royal icing, and I don't make it very often. Client bring us crumble cookies. Not my favorite, but hey, free cookies. Whenever I've had, like, you know, coffee shop cookies, cookies from, like, delivery places like Crumble, they've never really blown my mind. I think that I have very different standards for cookies from other people. I think I'm the one in the wrong here. I want my cookies to be intensely flavorful and fairly small and chewy. I do not want my cookies to be crumbly. I don't want them to be dusty. I don't want them to be bland. I don't want them to snap when I bend them. That's a cracker. I don't really want them to be crunchy. I want them to be chewy. I have boots that dropped for a plateware. Crinkle can have those. It's not that I won't eat those other cookies. I should be clear. I'm not going to cast them aside into the street and then go, who brought me this? But if it was up to me and I was selecting my perfect cookie, that's how I would do it. We call it, its scientific name, potassium bitartrate. I've also heard, in Britain at least, on Bake Off, people calling what we call baking soda here sodium bicarb because it is sodium bicarbonate. But I thought that was funny because you never hear that here. Side product from winemaking. Specialty ingredient, yeah. I don't know what else it's used in, really. Yeah, baking soda and baking powder are different things. We haven't used both of them. I don't really know what baking powder is. Magic, I guess. It's a raising agent, but how it works is not something that I know. A lot of recipes will use both, yeah. Yeah, I have recipes that use both too. They kind of annoy me. I kind of want them to pick a lane, but I'm sure they have their reasons. I know that if you use too much of either one, your thing can get kind of like a funny taste to it. Has acid when activated with water. Soda, you need to add acid like lemon juice. Oh. I feel like I've used recipes that wanted baking soda, though, that didn't have any kind of vinegar or citrus juice or any ingredient like that in them. It was just baking soda. Self-raising flour. When I'm adapting North American recipes, need to add more baking powder. Yeah, we have lots of kinds of flour, but I don't know if I've seen self-raising. I just buy a big bag of yeast. Milk acidic. Oh, maybe that's it then. Or maybe some of my recipes are just silly. I don't think this is the most efficient way to do this route. What are you going for in here? I specifically want the zone drop, the Draconic Maul. It's a two-handed mace. I will accept any other Mog that wants to drop for me, but there's a couple of trash mobs that have a chance to drop that two-handed mace. That's what all the things random has me after. Time to study up on confectionery science. I heard bacon soda sounds good. I think Glass Animals has either an album or a song called Pork Soda. Straws has the class belt. Maybe Big Baking just wants to sell you more stuff. Entirely possible. They're pretty good at it. They got to get in fast before their window's closed and Big Pet Supply has me next. Seems like Pork Soda is both a track and an album. I should put that album on again. Substitute washing soda for baking soda. Stick at the Big Baking. I'm assuming washing soda is a name for like laundry detergent. I'm guessing though. I don't actually know. Song by Glass Animals. Album by Primus. Oh. I've never heard of Primus. I like the song Life Itself off of that same album that has Pork Soda though, I think. No luck with that. It's these guys that can drop the Draconic Maul. And I'm tempted to kill them both, but I need them to help kick me up the stairs. Weird and wacky in the best way. Oh, maybe I need something new. I was looking for music recommendations. I'm at real danger of just getting stuck in my own past. All I listen to are my old replay playlists and then like recommendations that just give me music I've already heard before. And usually that is what I am looking for, but I'm in danger of never hearing anything new. Oh dear, not again. Maybe here will work. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Hey, I got Storm Rage boots. I needed those. And then these guys are going to come up here. And if I'm lucky, they'll drop me the Maul. Never lucky, though. Maybe you need a line of sight. Spotify helps me find suggested songs. Oh. Kind of music you're looking for? That's a tough one. I don't know. I feel like with me, it's less about a specific genre and it's more about the way it makes me feel, which is an impossible thing to make recommendations based on. So I don't need to clear all of that trash. I do need to do the worm guard just in case he wants to drop me a chest piece. But we can go buy this side stuff on characters that can't use the axe. You could give me a dragonhide belt if you liked. You don't like. Fine. Be that way. Ebon Rock has a couple of things. And then these guys have the Shadow Jerkin. Nope, no luck. Will absolutely not give you any kind of music, Rex. It's a pretty good way to have to check back in later and be like, hey, did you listen to these people? And I'd be like, nope, forgot. Oops, because that's most likely what's going to happen. Recommend Hosier, always. Caravan Palace, favorite of mine. I have YouTube blocked on all of my devices. I can't watch any YouTube videos right now. I'm in video watching rehab. Oh, I got some tear shoulders. He's just waiting for someone to open the door. And it never works out for him either. Have I turned around? I think I've gone the wrong way. Oh no, this is right. This is right. We're almost at the end. I have heard of Mariana's Trench before. Didn't they make emo music? They're from Vancouver. They're not big here. I upload my YouTube videos via Studio. It's a different URL. Sort of, not so much now. Oh. The name vaguely rang a bell from my tween emo phase. It is also the deepest place in the ocean. It's where we send James Cameron whenever nobody wants to listen to him anymore. That wasn't very nice. I've never met James Cameron. Maybe he's a wonderful company. I just know he likes to go to deep places in the ocean. First album was quite emo. I'd like to think Way of Water was written when he was down there. I loved Way of Water. I thought it was a wonderful movie. It made me want to have a bonded whale best friend. Alrighty, buddy. You got anything for me? You want to give me some druid tier? He gave me Boots of the Shadow Flame, which is just an item ID. Yeah, no luck. That's okay. Did I tell you guys? I finally got my foreman's gloves, actually. I logged on yesterday, in between other things, and I just swiped down the guy as usual. And after, on attempt number 174, he finally dropped them. Miracles do happen. Congrats on the gloves. Why, thank you. I don't know what to do with myself now. Like, I log on, and I'm like, well, Petalbloom doesn't, she's not farming anything. What do I do? FPS stutter? Just stream? I don't know. Sometimes I think it's my brain. 90s TV in Norway was a lot of black metal stuff, indirectly. But yeah, I officially have all the Dead Mines Mog on all armor types now, including that one guy that wasn't even technically in the Dead Mines, but still counted. It took me a long time, though. Lots of many petrified shin bones later. These pets aren't worth very much. You helped a lot of people with all these shin bones. I like to think that there's at least a few extra ones roaming around these days because of my important work in the shinbone transmog community. Did I just convoke? I think I just convoked. Oops. Petalbloom has like 12k gold just from all these transmog runs she's been doing. Anything cheap? Every now and then I find a piece that I need that is posted for Hazel prices. Like someone will put like up a gray or a green for like 10 gold. I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I had in mind. Not today. Well, I didn't get the piece of Mog that I wanted. And I didn't do all my Karakta attempts. But I did do a time rift, and I got a couple of things from Blackwing Lair, just not the item I was after. I think I'm gonna begin to wrap it up for today, because tomorrow, well, not because, well, wrap it up for today because it's approaching noon. But tomorrow I shall be back for a Saturday morning Gold Annual stream. I still need the Green Infernal from Nighthold, and I have lots of characters that can do it. we can do Gold Ann skips all the live long day. Oh, percent. Here, let me log back in and find out. White Mog from Belf City? There was White Mog from Belf Quests. I didn't check in the city. But yeah, tomorrow is Gul'dan because Saturdays are for mount runs now. I've decided. Even if we get them out, we'll find a different one to farm. My percent / ATT main list, because that's my male percent. 54.22. 54,627 items is our current. 5404 was the start yesterday. Yep. So we're up to 54.22. Honestly, not mad at that. I think that's pretty good. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate your company, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.